Good afternoon, everyone. It's so fabulous to have you here in Patch Me Up, Babe. And I want to welcome all of the people who have joined Patch Me Up, Babe just this week. And I know some of you have joined out of curiosity, and some of you have joined to want to be a part of this high frequency, high consciousness energy that we're perpetuating and activating in this group. And I know that a lot of you still haven't joined the LifeWave family yet, and so obviously we want you to start using this technology. Every single person that I know and love, I personally want people to use this technology. This is like my go-to for better health, for longevity, for better sleep, for rapid wound healing, for stem cell activation. I mean, you name it. This is like, for me, one of the most fabulous things that I have ever discovered. And I'm called an energy master in the spiritual world, and that's because I've been working with energy, light, and the power of the unconscious mind to control us now for almost 40 years. And after 40 years, people start to say that you have mastered whatever it is that you have been diligently and deliberately focused upon. And so I can tell you that as somebody who has been working with high frequency energies, aware of what low frequency energetics can do to our body, mind, and soul, that when I discovered these incredible patches, I was completely and totally blown away and excited on every level. All of a sudden, I realized that my working with the healing with the speed of light had a counterpart. I was working with the speed of thought, light, and energy. Actually, it had a counterpart in the patches, which was healing by the speed of light and energy. And so here it was, all of a sudden, I've got something physical that you can actually use in your own home to empower yourself, to heal yourself, to expand energetically, frequency-wise. So I am more than excited to have you here and to actually motivate you to join LifeWave. And it's an easy thing to do. I have spoken about it last week. But this week I wanted to talk to you, first of all, about glutathione and answer any questions if there are any. But the other thing is just to let you know that these patches activate low levels of light, energy, and frequency within your system. And as they do, reacting to your own body's light, energy, and electrical system, they are now aligning you with what the body needs to do, depending on the patch, in order to heal and become whole. So I've got loads of notes here, by the way. Every time David Schmidt does a webinar, I'm on it and making notes. And so sometimes the notes might be a little bit weird because I haven't caught the whole thing, but I'm going to just tell you about glutathione today. Before I do that, I want to tell you about the rapid wound healing that our son, Peter Biskind, has had on his knee. 10 days ago, he had an ACL operation on his knee, which, as some of you might know, is a very, very painful operation. He's our snow shaman. He's on the mountain, on skis, heli skiing, doing looking after the mountains, avalanche control, everything like that. I mean, this guy is so out there, active every single day. So to have this operation was a real blow. And it was so funny because I obviously was like, have you got the patches? And his sister, Jessica, said, have you got the patches? I can tell you which ones to use. And Peter was like, just smiling this smile. He was one step ahead of us. He was holding up his patches going, yeah, I've got them. And so what he did was, straight after the operation, he started using glutathione, Eon, X39, and energy. And I think the first couple of days when it was super painful, he used IceWave as well. and he put them around the actual surgery site, and obviously on the back of his neck and the belly button. And I've just been talking to him today, and I just said, well, how's it going? And he said, cannot believe it. He went back to the surgeon 3 days after the surgery, and the swelling had already gone down considerably, and he's now walking on his leg rather than using crutches all of the time. And the surgeon just said, listen, most people don't start walking on their leg for at least 4 to 5 weeks after the surgery. And so talk about rapid wound healing, pain management, and real faith that this was going to work. And that's the other thing, by the way. When you patch up with joy and trust and faith, they work better. And you know why? Because the body is constantly responding to our thought processes, to our emotional frequency. So everything about you is codified. Your thoughts become emotions, become reactions. It's like this cascading code that happens within you. And when you use the patches morning and night, or rapid wound healing, whatever it is that you are using them for, when you are in a place of trust, when you're in a place of joy and gratitude for them, they will work better, because it's all energy, frequency, vibration. So I make sure that when I get up in the morning and I put my patches on, I'm like, oh, I'm so grateful for these patches. I'm so happy. I have a smile on my face. The same thing at night. I can hardly wait to get into my bathroom drawer and open the drawer and pull out the Eon and Aloe Vera that I'm going to wear that night. I'm so happy and grateful for my improved skin tone, for my thicker hair, for just my overall energy levels. So remember this, just another tip for today. Your rapid wound healing, your better sleep, your stem cell regeneration, your longevity. It is not just about the patch, it's about how you patch. Isn't that exciting? But isn't that indicative of what you do in your life, full stop? So if you are in the right code, everything that you do, everything is going to be more beneficial and more efficient and effective. Okay, that's just that. Now I'm going to put my glasses on. I'm going to read you a little bit about glutathione, because a lot of people don't realize how effective glutathione is. So, by the way, when I talk about this, I'll be talking a little bit about X39 and glutathione together, because they're just a powerhouse. And so this is from David, and it is about glutathione and stem cells. So the glutathione eliminates a number of toxins from the body, and it actually optimizes the effects of X39. And so this is about wound healing and the improved efficiency of X39, Eon, and glutathione together. And this is really important. Eon, glutathione, X39, this is your really incredible combination, because we have all had prolonged levels of inflammation. Believe me, every time that you have been stressed, felt pain, or been triggered, you're going into an acidic state, which is also a state where inflammation happens in the body. When you do that, you're obviously opening yourself up to cancer and every other disease there is under the sun. So the divine design of the body, don't you love that? The divine design of the body. It isn't managing inflammation. So what happens is stem cells die off quickly at the site of a wound. And that's why they need Eon and glutathione. So glutathione, when you take a supplement or an injection, has a half-life of around 7 minutes to an hour in your body. However, they drop in. However, the relationship between glutathione and the living cells, in other words, your proper stem cell function, is incredibly different. So high levels of glutathione are required for longevity, for stem cell function, and for wound healing, along with Eon. Now, glutathione patch activates the liver's ability to produce glutathione up to 300% more than a glutathione injection or a glutathione supplement. Isn't that crazy, fantastic, good? And then, so glutathione is made in the liver, and there are levels of the glutathione levels are concentrated source in the liver, and they regenerate the capacity of the liver and the other organs in the body in connection between the liver and the regeneration. So stem cells, which are a this is beautiful, pluripotent stem cells, they're master stem cells, can turn into anything. So every cell in our body was once a stem cell. And I've heard Therese say this, when we are created, remember, you are like absolutely a very fierce, incredible being. You are one in millions. That sperm and that egg, that got together, created a drop of blood, and there's the first stem cell. So all of us has originated from stem cells. That just goes to show you how important stem cell activity is. And to know, the bad news is that it does start degenerating at age 25. By 60 to 80, there's 60% to 80% to 100% less stem cells in the body. That's why you see older people rapidly age over the age of 60, because the stem cells are simply not active. And so X39, glutathione, EON, holistic health, like getting the sleep, having an alkaline body, finding the joy in that which you do, that changes that scenario completely. So, you know that it's the sun causes the body to make vitamin D. This is called photobiomodulation, right? And the light changes the chemistry in our body. And this is what the patch does. It stimulates the skin with low levels of light, elevating copper peptide. And there's low-level light therapy. The copper peptide actually then elongates the telomeres and starts to regenerate the stem cell and takes the stem cell to where it needs to go in the body. Okay, so let's have a look. Glutathione is a master antioxidant, and as many of the antioxidants in the body, they work in symphony with vitamin A, C, E, and all of them are supported by glutathione. So glutathione protects the DNA from the effects of stress. How's that? Now, knowing that most days we have stress, where you're in a human body, that's what this is. As Eckhart Tolle calls this, the pain body. So glutathione actually protects the body against stress, which is to the effects of stress. Glutathione, so there was a study done in India, David was telling us, that experts in the energy medicine field, they were looking at the effects of glutathione on the human biofield. So they had what they called a GDV camera developed in Russia, and they wanted to know, how does something affect the electric magnetic field? So it was determined that the glutathione patch increases the electrical field in the body. Wow, and remember that cells run on low levels of electricity, and without that electricity we die. So glutathione charges up the cells in the body. Isn't that fantastic? I hope you're loving this information as much as I loved hearing it from David. Glutathione also improves the health of our organs as it's improving the bioelectrical field. So you can place glutathione anywhere on the body, and your levels of glutathione will go up. So over 4 weeks, there is a 90% reduction in acne for people using glutathione. So it's improving the quality of skin, even with acne. Now, you know, I desperately would have loved to have had glutathione patches when I was 17. My skin was a total mess. I actually used to cry to my mother about these huge pussy boils on my face and how painful they were. It wasn't fun, and it was really bad for the ego of a 17-year-old as well. So if you've got children, if you've got hormonal teenagers, please make sure that you use glutathione and Eon on them. Eon particularly because, teenagers are going through such a stressful stage. Hormones are running rampant. Their thought process, remember our thought process, we don't have an fully evolved brain until the age between 25 and 30. So you're still looking at a child's way of thinking to a degree. I'm not saying fully, but to a degree. So glutathione, let's see what else we've got here. It eliminates a number of toxins from the body. That's brilliant. Okay, so I guess that was all I wanted to do, was to tell you about rapid wound healing from a story firsthand with our son, and to give you a bit of heads up on the incredible power and efficiency of glutathione. I will also tell you about stacking, that if you're worried about where you're going to put the patches and you don't know, you haven't got your little booklet, then you can, by the way, the little booklet, that's funny, oh, here it is. Then you can stack your patches. I've known of people stacking X39, glutathione, and Eon one on top of the other with fabulous results. And I know that this is a little controversial because that's not how they were designed to use, but everything is evolving and changing all of the time, right? Now, one question that people often ask me is, how do I know where to put the patches? Well, I'm just going to show you this. See this little booklet here? This booklet comes with your patches. So you don't have to think about where you're going to put anything. This particular booklet is for glutathione, so this is where you're going to put your glutathione. But in this booklet, you also get Eon and, let's have a look, I think it's Eon and carnosine. Yeah, carnosine, Eon, and in the one booklet, at the back of each colour, you'll get the booklet with the funny people on it, and this is where you place your patches. And you can, you can rotate them around, put them in different places. Just use your intuition. Find out where works for you best. My daughter, for instance, just loves putting Eon on the top of her foot. I actually wear Eon most nights here on this spot right here, because I do have some inflammation in my hand, and the moment I put it on, all the pain is gone. Just incredible release and relief. If you have any questions at all, you have some of the best resources around with Therese Santos and Kathy Booker. You are only allowed to use the x39training.com website if you are a member of the company. So even if you go in and you sign up with the bronze package, which is just one X39 or a glutathione and an Eon, whatever it is that you would prefer, you are then a member and you are allowed to access the x39training.com website. Now this is just incredible. They have spent so much time and energy creating a website with videos, marketing tools, how to sign up, how to get paid, how to do everything. And my favorite section of this, of course, is when you scroll down, there's a part on the right that says back office basics, and wow, all of the questions that you want to know. How do I put my patches on auto ship so I don't become inactive? How do I do this? How do I do that? It's all there, and it's so easy. So one is you've got the x39training.com available to you. Two, in there, Therese Santos has created a patch school so that she's gone through every single patch for you to tell you exactly what they do, how they work, what they activate. She has so much teaching and training. It's like this one-stop place for everything you could possibly need, not only to get well, to regenerate, to rejuvenate, to reverse aging, and to have all the benefits of this patch technology, but also how to create your business. So Therese is constantly creating information for all of us on how to. So I would suggest that if you have questions, ask them in this group. You can ask them under here. I'll answer what I can. Therese has agreed to be in this Patch Me Up Babe as well. Now, mind you, this is just an offshoot. This is my group because I'm so excited about this technology that I really wanted to support you guys from this energy place. And Kathy, Therese, and LifeWave have what they call Stem Cell Light Therapy Facebook group. And you go in there, and that's where Therese is really super, super active. Everything's happening in that group. And Therese might actually put the link to that one under here so that you can join both groups if you wish. You don't have to, but that's the LifeWave official site, the Stem Cell Light Therapy group. I love you. Can hardly wait to hear your stories, to share them with me, to let me know how this is working for you and with you. I've got so many stories. I need to start writing them down because when people start using these, their lives change. And I know who you are. I know that you are very high frequency, very high conscious beings, and that you have this mission and purpose to serve and be of service to humanity. And two ways of doing that, obviously. One is by you really taking the time and being diligent about expanding into more of who you are, the very best version of you, that divine spiritual self. And if you want to create a business doing that, you can actually use these patches to create a very lucrative, incredible business where you will be being of service to humanity on a deep and meaningful level using light, energy, and frequency. Good, huh? I love you and look forward to speaking with you again. Namaste.